Hi, I'm Rocket from Wreckless Blenders, and welcome to another Musings from Rocket's Cellar. How you doing? Checking in again. It's been another hell of a week. I don't know about you, but I could use a break. I could use a break. There's so much going on right now, and I hope you've got things you're doing to take care of yourself, to take care of your friends, your family, stay connected. And you're looking in front of me and you're probably laughing a little bit to yourself going, well, that's one way to stay sane, is drink a bunch of wine. Well, in this case, this is something I've lined up for the next several days, and I'll talk a little bit about it because I think it's an interesting experiment. These were all 750 bottles that I've split over the last several days, and I've assembled them here just to give you an idea of the kind of wines that I'm tasting. So in this bottle here is a 2012 Grenache. Now Grenache is this beautiful, elegant grape that has this very distinct flavor and nose, and it's lighter in color, and it's just beautiful. And there's a couple of different ways to make Grenache. You can really take the essence of the grape and let it come out, and you're going to get a lighter wine. And then you can go all the way to the other side and over oak it and stomp on it and end up with an oak bomb, which is definitely not what we're looking to do. So we're looking for the balance, somewhere in between there. A little bit of guts, doesn't have to be huge amounts of guts, but just some guts. And as long as you don't lose the essence of Grenache. Now another interesting thing I'm doing is this is a 2013 Grenache, so 2012 Grenache, 2013 Grenache. And what I'll do is a vertical tasting. And a lot of you know what that is, but for those of you who don't, a vertical tasting is you have multiple years of a varietal. Bonus points if it's multiple years of a varietal from the same winery, and even more bonus points if it's multiple years of the varietal, same vineyard, same everything, right? So if it's 100% Grenache, 2 years in a row. That's not what I've got here. So this is essentially, these have different blends of things to bring some balance to them. But what it does is it's this interesting experiment because it draws out more about the wine than you would if you just sipped it and thought about it, just one. If you have two and you're able to go back and forth, you can compare. It gives you something to contrast against. This is Mouvedra and Syrah from the winery in Carmichael. So we have a small set of vineyards there, and we get a couple of kegs a year, and then we just split this up amongst the Wreckless Blenders. And what's great about this is it helps expand our palate. And these are varieties that we don't normally sell, and it gives us something else again to compare against. And so we also have Suzal from there, and I believe a Grenache as well from that front lawn. So I popped one of these open, and this is 3 or 4 years old, and I tell you, it's showing really nice. This one is a Petite Syrah. Now this Petite Syrah, you can really tell the color. It's dark as night in here, and it's hard to see from there, but the Grenache is this lighter color, where this Petite Syrah you can hardly see through. And what I'm doing here is, this is also something to compare and contrast against. One of the things the Wreckless Blenders are doing this weekend, Miss Rocket has a nice celebration coming up, and we're going to have a safe, socially distanced dinner together, where we're all bringing a bagged bottle of wine. So put it in a brown paper bag. And we're going to do at the beginning of dinner, we're going to do an experiment where we pour these different wines without telling each other what they are, and we talk about what we like and what we don't like. Now you've probably gone to some of these fun events where you have everybody brings a couple of bottles in bags, and then you do a taste off, and then the person who brought the wine that wins gets a bunch of extra wine. Okay, That's not what this is. This is really about exercising our palate, exercising to better understand what we like and don't like. And this is just part of honing your craft when you're making beer. Making beer? That's not what I meant to say. Making wine. Like I said, it's been a heck of a week. This last bottle is an experiment I've been running. So I was able to go to this winery called Crocker and Star. And it's a pretty high-end winery. And I took my Miss Rocket's uncle and his wife there, and we had one of the best tastings in forever. There's only been 2 or 3 other ones that have been at that level, and it just blew us away. And this is a Cabernet Franc from there. And what I did was I have a couple of bottles of this, and I opened one to share at a special event recently. And I only wanted to do half, and then I put the other half in a bottle split. I know this is a little bit risky, but I want to put this up against the test of time. So it's been 2.5 months. Yeah, it's been just 2.5 months, and I'm going to probably let it go for another 2 months and then pop it open, and at an event where there's a little bit of a celebration, we'll pop that open and try it and see if it's withstood the test of time. And that'll help me just understand, are these temporary vessels, or are they have a little bit longer term viability in them for 3 months, 4 months. Anyway, I very highly recommend trying the brown bag tastings with friends and family who like wine. I also highly recommend trying verticals. So getting a couple of years of a single wine and trying it out. And if you want to do this with the Wreckless Blenders, we have a few years available where we have 2 of the same, and we'd be happy to set you up with some of that. We have, I think, Barbera and Sangiovese. We have 2 years. Sangiovese, we're almost out of the 17, so if you wanted to do that, you need to do it fairly soon. The Barbera, I'm sure we do have a couple of years of that. And then I believe our Quinta, whichever way you want to say that, we have a couple of years as well. So anyway, happy to set you up with that. We're going to keep doing the bonus discount for the foreseeable future as we're all staying at home and staying safe. Watch this space. We'll probably do another curbside pickup at the end of October. And we're figuring out what day we want to do that, and we'll let you know. As soon as we can do something more in person, a little bit bigger, we want to do it, but we are very much aware of what all is going on and wanting to make sure that you feel safe and that we're doing good and we're following the right procedures. Anyway, that was a long part of the whole thing. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and please let me know if you have tried anything like this. You can send me an email at rocket@wrecklessblenders.com. Let me know if you've tried any of these verticals or brown bags and what the results were. I'm always interested in hearing that. Take care. I'm Rocket from Wreckless Blenders, and this has been another Musings from Rocket Cellars.